The ocean, a name that instantly brings a question to mind. How deep could it be, and what lies beneath it? In our childhood, the elders used to say that there is an underworld beneath the ocean. Although that's not entirely true, because according to scientific studies and sources, the world beneath the ocean is quite different. Today, we've reached the moon and even Mars, and we're talking about settling on other planets, but the ocean on our very own Earth remains largely unexplored. Experts often agree that measuring the depths of the ocean is filled with far more mysteries and dangers than exploring space. What makes the ocean so deadly? As you know, our Earth is 71% water and 29% land, but only 17–18% of that land is habitable. So far, we have explored only 60% of the total land area. You might be surprised. Why only 60%? Well, that's because the remaining 40% land area consists of vast forests, massive rivers, freezing regions, towering mountains, and deserts that remain largely unknown to us. But here's something to ponder. If we haven't fully explored the Earth's land, which covers a third of the planet, then how much do we know about the oceans that cover 3 times that area? The answer is only 5%. But why only this 5%? And what have we discovered in this 5%? In this video, we will talk about the depth of the ocean, the world beneath it, and its mysteries. We'll also explore the obstacles that prevent us from fully understanding the ocean, so stay tuned until the end of the video. Through this video, we will journey to the farthest reaches of the ocean, revealing secrets you've never heard of. And the best part? You don't need to pay anything to join this ocean voyage. It's completely free. All you have to do is a small favor. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. I hope you've already done that, so let's dive in. To explore the ocean, we need to start from the surface. So take a deep breath and jump in. For those who are scared, enjoy this deep-sea adventure through the video. Today, we will cross the ocean and journey to the underworld. Now, we've reached a depth of 40 meters and received a signal to stop. Going further is prohibited for scuba divers, but we will proceed. At 93 meters, we encounter the wreck of a ship called Lusitania, a British ship that sank in 1950 and remains here to this day. Moving further, we reach 100 meters. This depth is dangerous for scuba divers because the water pressure can cause their bodies to stop functioning. However, there's an astonishing fact. An Australian freediver named Herbert Nitsch reached this depth in 2004 without an oxygen mask, setting a world record. Now we have reached 332 meters, a depth previously explored by Ahmed Gabr, an Egyptian scuba diver. He is the first person to reach this depth with just an oxygen mask, a record that remains unbroken. But today, we're going to break that record. Now, we're at 443 meters, where even the Empire State Building in New York would be submerged. We've now reached 500 meters, a depth impossible for humans to reach without equipment because of the crushing water pressure. But for the blue whale, this is home. The king of the ocean dives up to 500 meters without any trouble. Yet, even the blue whale can't go beyond this point. Wait, what are we seeing at 535 meters? It's a penguin swimming easily at this depth, unaffected by the pressure. At 700 meters, we spot a submarine silently stationed here. For your information, fighter submarines can be deployed at this depth in special circumstances, and some of the world's most advanced submarines operate at this depth. Now, we're at 828 meters, where the world's tallest building, Burj Khalifa, would be completely submerged. Let it stay sunk. We have much deeper to go. But what happened here? We've only reached 1,000 meters, and we can't see anything ahead. The sun's rays can't penetrate further, and now begins the ocean's scary zone. From here on, you won't see anything. But no worries, we brought a torch, and with its light, we'll continue. Now we've reached 1,100 meters, where we encounter a giant squid known as the giant squid, so large it could swallow a human in a snap. At 1,280 meters, we find a massive turtle weighing around 700 quintals, known as the leatherback sea turtle. We've now reached 2,000 meters, where we come across the black dragonfish, a completely black fish that blends into the darkness but can see easily in these depths thanks to its night vision-like eyes. We're now at 20,300 meters, where we encounter the sperm whale and the colossal squid, an octopus, about 14 meters long and weighing up to 800 kilograms. This creature is extremely aggressive and dangerous due to its sharp teeth in its arm organs. When a sperm whale and a colossal squid fight, the squid wraps its arms around the whale and kills it with its sharp teeth. You can see the marks on the sperm whale's back. Those are from the colossal squid's teeth. We continue to 4,000 meters, where we meet the wreck of the Titanic, one of the biggest disasters in history. Many of you may know about it, but for those who don't, the Titanic sank in this ocean on April 15, 1912, and 1,517 people lost their lives in what remains the largest maritime disaster ever. The Titanic's wreck still lies at this spot. At this depth, a human without a submarine would have their bones crushed under the pressure, as proven by the Ocean Gate submarine, which was crushed by water pressure before reaching this depth. Let's move further. But if anyone brought some snacks, now's the time to offer, because there's nothing here except dangerous creatures. We've now reached 4,200 meters, where we see anglerfish and viperfish. Anglerfish have an antenna that emits light, which they use for catching prey and evading threats. But there are other creatures here too, some of which are quite frightening and may not have even been named yet. At 6,000 meters, the water pressure is so intense that it can crush a normal submarine in an instant. At 6,500 meters, we encounter a special American research submarine that once found the Titanic's wreck. Now at 8,800 meters, we see that even Mount Everest, the world's highest peak, is submerged. At 10,089 meters, we reach the depth where, in 2012, Titanic movie director James Cameron descended in a special submarine. But in 1960, two men, Don Walsh and Jacques Piccard, went 18 meters deeper, reaching 10,091 meters in the ocean. As they continued, cracks began forming in their submarine, forcing them to return to the surface immediately. It took them 5 hours to reach this depth, but their record was broken by Victor Vescovo, a retired U.S. officer who became the only person to reach a depth of 11,000 meters in the Pacific Ocean's deepest trench, known as the Mariana Trench, using the Deep Searcher submarine. This is the place where no human has gone further. However, upon returning, Vescovo made a shocking revelation. He saw human plastic waste floating at 11,000 meters, proving that even if humans can't reach a place, their pollution can. This discovered area, Challenger Deep, is only 11 kilometers deep, but there are deeper parts of the ocean yet to be discovered. The biggest reason for this is that more than 95% of the ocean is deeper than 1,000 meters, where darkness becomes a major challenge for explorers. The second reason is water pressure, which can crack even the strongest submarines. The third reason is the vastness of the ocean. Exploring such a large area completely is nearly impossible. The fourth reason is the lack of public interest in the ocean, compared to the fascination with space. But we're still going further. To continue our journey, we'll need a special type of ship that can cut through rock and soil. Beyond the 11-kilometer depth, we encounter a solid layer called the crust, which is where we live and walk daily. It's the Earth's outer layer, reaching 70 kilometers in depth or thickness. The ocean's crust is only 6 kilometers thick, while the land crust is 70 kilometers thick. The crust varies in thickness, thick in some places, thin in others. As we proceed, we find the Earth's second layer, called the mantle, which is very hot and solid. It stretches for 2,900 kilometers. Its upper part contains molten rocks with intense gas trying to escape. These are known as volcanoes. Beyond this, we must travel 2,900 kilometers deeper to reach the second layer. But what's this? After 2,900 kilometers, we find a melting, extremely hot lava. Don't worry, it's the Earth's third layer called the outer core. It's a 2,200 kilometer thick ocean of lava, composed of molten nickel and iron, extremely viscous, and with a temperature above 6,000 degrees Celsius. To pass through it, we'll need to cover a long distance of 2,200 kilometers. Moving forward, we find a spherical object. This is the Earth's core, also known as the inner core. Its temperature reaches up to 5,500 degrees Celsius, and it has a thickness of 1,220 kilometers. It's a solid sphere that holds the Earth together. We've now reached a total depth of 6,370 kilometers inside the Earth, marking the end of our journey beneath the Earth's surface. Because after crossing this, you'll encounter the outer core again, and as you keep going further, you'll eventually emerge on the other side of the Earth, either on land or in the ocean. And this is where our journey ends, and now you can return. I hope that through this video, you have gained a lot of information. Friends, it took a lot of time to make this video, but all you need to do is press just 2 buttons. The first is to like this video, and the second is to subscribe. See you in the next video.